Okay, a very quick discussion of land administration because you're going to get a whole nother module talking about this. Land administration is really just the technical infrastructure for managing formal land relations. And we talked already about the fact that there are ministries or government offices that address land issues in the countries around the world. This is a decentralized process in the US, but it's largely centralized in most other countries in the world. Land administration offices will typically include a deed or a title registry. That's an office where documentation related to your parcel of land will be stored, usually along with a map. Cadasters. A cadaster is a centralized register and map of real property and parcels. A cadaster will show who owns things and what the tenure status of the property is. Governments will have mapping agencies. Whether they have good capacity or low capacity is a different question, but mapping and surveying agencies can help define boundaries of individual land or communal land and identify other areas in the country that need to be cordoned off from either farming or homeowning. And then the court system, of course, is part of the formal land administration system. The important thing to say here is that when these systems lack capacity or they're corrupt, your tenure security will almost certainly become weaker. You're not going to feel as secure if you don't trust the system. The other thing to say about this system is that it is really important. This is the system in the developing world that keeps track of who lives where, who has claims over property. It's the title or deeds registry that keeps track of whether I have a mortgage on my property or not, and whether the bank has a claim on my land or not. It's also, though, the system that identifies the value of the land. And because it identifies the value of the land, it identifies this formal land administration system, how much you or a group or a corporation may be liable for in terms of property taxation. Property taxation is a very important source of revenue for many countries. But you can understand in the developing world, if people don't want to be subject to taxation, many people may choose to transfer property informally to stay out of the system that would track them and then subject them to taxation. So figuring out ways to understand who owns what in a current state, understand who owns what today really, representing the de facto on-the-ground reality, and then being able to generate revenue from that ownership pattern is a major challenge for countries in the developing world. It can be a major challenge in the developed world as well, but it's critically important to support the provision of public services. And again, you'll talk more about this when you have your land administration module.